tell us a little bit about yourself, Wes.
Hey, James. My name is Wes Stephen. I own the Property Planners. I've been helping people to invest in performance residential property for 22 years. I live up in Noosa Way in southeast Queensland, and most of my business is through the Sunshine Coast down through Brisbane to the Gold Coast.
Fantastic. Cool, Wes. Well, listen, we started talking about business-to-business lead generation a little while ago, and
a little while ago,
you weren't
you started
enthusiastic.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And I said I didn't want a bar of it. I didn't want a bar of it because I've been there, done that. I beat the streets. I was paid for so many coffees. I got wishy-washy responses, and basically, I found it to be a complete and utter waste of time. Went to a couple of the structured sessions of networking things, and the lawn mowing guy was getting lots of work, and the painter was getting lots of work, but there wasn't that many people referring around leads for $500,000 items, I got to say. So I was very resistant when you came to me saying and asked me that question about B2B marketing.
But you gave it a go, right? And
yeah. I mean, you got to be flexible. You got to give it a crack. You got to keep an open mind. Fair, yeah.
Absolutely. And how's it been different from what you were expecting?
Well, I haven't had to leave the property, and I haven't paid for one coffee yet, by the way.
Nice.
Look, the digital pipeline has produced 28 B2B leads for me, introductions, in the last month, and I now have relationships with 21 of those people. I have a immediate referral, which is warm and very proactive, and looks like it will convert to business. I'm very confident it'll convert to business. And I've got people to talk to, people to connect with, etc. And all I've been saying to them is that, hey, end of the year of 2022, and I was wondering, what am I going to do with my business? And thought other people are wondering the same. So when you brought that up to me, I thought, well, let's create the opportunity to have a chat with these guys and see what they're up to, what they want to do with their business, what I can do to help their business, and what they might be able to do to help my own.
Yeah, nice. And cold leads versus referral leads, like you've done a fair bit of both over the years. Like in your mind, what are the key differences?
Well, certainly cold leads, they haven't just contacted you. They will have shopped around or are in the process of shopping. You might be one of 3, possibly 4 people that they are dealing with, and therefore, and you won't even know it, I guess. And if you're getting ghosted a fair bit, it's you're not you've fallen off from the 3, and you're one of the ones that fell off there. So, but with the referral leaders, everybody knows. If you don't know, then you've probably had your head in the sand for a while. But everybody knows that a referral lead is a warm lead, and not only are they easier to deal with because they are expecting your call, the conversion is infinitely more likely.
Yeah, and you got that built-in trust and things like that. So it should be a shorter sales cycle, right? Because you don't have to go through the whole meeting and greeting and building a lot of trust before they move ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the greeting you get, it says it all. In a cold call lead, you phone them up and you say, "Hi, it's Wes from the Property Planners." They go, "Yeah, which one are you?" Whereas you bring a B2B referral. "Hi, it's Wes from the Property Planners." "Wes, hey, I was expecting your call. How are you doing? You all right?" And away you go.
Yeah, nailed it. Cool. So we're obviously doing this on LinkedIn, and some people have spent a lot of time building up their LinkedIn profile and their LinkedIn network, and it's under your personal brand, and it needs to be under your personal brand because LinkedIn is a person-to-person platform. What were your concerns, I guess, about doing this under your LinkedIn profile, especially when you saw the copy, the reach out copy, because it is a little bit different, right? Yeah, talk us through, any concerns or apprehension about doing that, and if so, what were they and what got you across the line?
Maybe I'm a little bit unique. Maybe I'm a little bit old school, and maybe I'm a little bit lazy, but I didn't have any concerns. I had no justification for concerns because I hadn't looked at my LinkedIn profile for probably 2 to 3 years. So so it wasn't representing a lot of value there anyway.
Yeah,
So there's
gotcha.
not a lot that could have gone wrong, to be honest. Anything that came out of it was a lot better than was happening anyway. So I didn't really have any concerns. Yes, the terminology or the approach and whatever, I left that up to you guys. And there's a couple of things that is a little bit quirky, perhaps, but at the end of the day, the phone's ringing. So I leave it in your hands, and I'm pretty happy with the outcome.
Yeah, and that's interesting actually, because you have not put a lot of effort into your LinkedIn over the years, and you didn't have a lot of connections, but even still, we're able to get your 28 appointments. And the other thing as well, I haven't looked, but I think we've probably got you about 400 or 500 new connections on your LinkedIn page. So we've built you don't even realize we've done that, but we've built your LinkedIn network, right?
But thanks. That's good.
So you don't need a stellar LinkedIn profile to actually have success on there. If you do, that's just an advantage, right? But if you don't,
in my defense, I've been too busy on the phone answering the phone calls.
Doing deals.
But I will check.
No, all good, all good. Anything that surprised you about the whole thing going into it? Obviously, you're quite cynical that it would work. Like, has any of it been a surprise? Like, you've been shocked about the conversations, or that people actually turn up, or talk me through any of that.
It's not shocked. I'm pleasantly surprised that the number of the people I'm dealing with are like-minded like me.
Yeah.
In that they are the smaller operators, which tend to be a little bit on the same level kind of communication, understand the challenges and whatever that we, as opposed to corporate people. So it's sort of, I've been pleasantly surprised to be speaking with like-minded people.
Yeah, and we've deliberately gone after that size organization, and I think like attracts like. That's one of the things. Like, so people, because we're doing it under your personal page, if you are a corporate for whatever reason, and we're going after corporates, then it's the natural thing to connect with. And yeah, I mean, even for you, you've had quite a few people who live in your local area who've connected with you because they've probably checked you out and gone, "Oh, Wes is up the road." He'd be a good guy to connect with, which is lovely as well.
I think they just want a coffee.
They just want a coffee. They want a free coffee.
They're expecting me to buy the coffee. Yeah,
exactly. It all ends in the coffee. Awesome. All right. Any last thoughts for someone thinking about doing something like this?
Yeah, there is the one aspect. If you're doing a lead generation campaign, then you're dealing with everything that you generated.
Yeah.
So it's like one at a time, and a bite, each time. What I am pleasantly surprised with, I guess it supports my ambition, my theory. Obviously, the B2B stuff uses one of the most powerful mechanisms that you can in business, and that is leverage. So once you form a good relationship with one person, then that's not just the one lead. And if that person gets good feedback from their client's experience, then more business will come naturally, organically.
Yeah,
it's organic thereafter. Whereas lead generation is hand to mouth, B2B is an organic means of leveraging.
Yeah,
and I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, nice. And it's always nice to talk to other business owners as well. You're talking at a different level, and it's just a different level of conversation, which is nice to offset the B2C stuff. Cool. That's it, Wes. Thank you so much. Well, really appreciate
it. Thanks, James. I'm like I say, 28 leads in the first month and 21 relationships. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, and just 28 book calls, right?
28 book calls, appointments. Yeah. Did I say? Yeah, 28. Got to say, James, 28 booked appointments and telephone calls and conversations that I've had with people in the first month, and 21 new business relationships. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Legend, Wes. Thank you. Right.